Hello, welcome to Northern Apex Podcast, where we interview those in Canadian motorsport, whether it be driver, engineer, photographer, anyone. We want to talk to you. Today we have an exciting guest, a good friend of mine, Braeden Palmer. He's a
Hey,
photographer at CTMP and works for different motorsport groups. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
That's good. That's good. First ever podcast?
Your first ever podcast.
First ever
yeah?
podcast,
Yeah.
so it started off strong, I guess, eh?
Yeah, let's go for it.
So what's kind of like been your development through working in motorsport as a media like individual, like doing what it's be social media, videography, photography, like what's kind of been your development type thing in that aspect?
So one of the first events I ever did, a friend of mine brought me out to a CSCS event a long time ago, and I fell in love with it immediately. I was like, because I've always loved motorsports. I've always kind of been around cameras, done camera stuff. And the second I got out there and kind of joined the two together,
Yeah.
that's when the realization happened where I was like, oh, this is what I want. This is what I need to do. This
Yeah.
is where I want to be, right? So from there, it just kind of snowballed, going to as many events as possible. And then, as you know, a few years back, I went down the grid of everyone on the NASCAR list and just kind of harassed
Just
everyone
DM'd
until I landed a
everybody.
contract, right? So, and now me and you both work for Larry Jackson Racing with
Yeah.
Larry Jackson, Daryl Timmers, and Matthew Scannell.
Matthew Scannell sometimes.
Sometimes.
So how have you enjoyed being able to go from like not that CSCS is minuscule, but in comparison,
Like
how's it
grassroots
been?
to bigger events.
Yeah, exactly. How's it felt going from that to NASCAR in like a shorter time? Like this was over 10 years, just like the past like 5-6 years type thing. So
No, technically it was over 10 years.
Oh, it was over 10
Because
years, okay.
I started, I think my first CSCS event was 2015.
oh, okay, wow.
And then I took a massive break through COVID, didn't even pick up a camera
Fair.
forever. And then 2023, I think, is when I picked up a camera
Oh,
again
okay.
for the first time in a long time.
Nice.
So it has been a long time. But what was the question?
No, I was
again?
saying like how does it feel to go from like just
Oh,
going
right,
directly
right,
from
right, right.
CSCS to working for a NASCAR team?
It's an unbelievable difference. Just everything about it is on such a massive scale. Like nothing against the grassroots guys. I know they spend a lot of money
Yeah.
and time and effort to get out there and do that stuff. But with the NASCAR guys, it's even crazier, right?
Yeah,
Because it's
exactly.
like the fuel for one race for them. One drum is like $1,500.
Yeah, I know,
it's
it's
like
insane.
2.5K per set of tires.
And you watch like how high paced it is, like from 9 a.m. when that horn blows to
Yeah.
like for them to touch their cars, you just hear all at the same time, all trailers go. Yeah. You're like, oh my god! And
Yeah.
like the amount of time it takes for the team to get like both cars out of the top of the trailer, get them down, get them over tents, get tents over the cars, get the tools out, everything on. It's like within like 30 minutes, the cars are everything's out, and we're like, what? No.
Well,
It's just-
sometimes it's like they start at like 9 a.m.
Yeah,
and you're
exactly.
sitting there and you're doing behind the scenes photo, or sometimes I'm doing photo and video, and
Yeah.
you've seen it. I'm just back
Yeah,
and forth, headless
exactly,
chicken, constantly like photo, video,
Yeah.
video. And next thing you know, it's 1 p.m. and you're like, where'd the day go?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Like,
it's great, but it's also unbelievably overwhelming at times.
Yeah, 100%. Especially if like this past event, not that it was like recent, but like Victoria Day weekend
Yeah.
this past May was the team had transmission issues
Yep.
like on the
Yeah, Daryl-
Friday. Yeah.
Daryl had to have his engine swapped out on the Friday.
Yeah.
And then Larry, during the first practice, had vibrations,
Yeah.
and they realized it was a transmission problem, and they had to swap out the transmission before the next practice session, which
Yeah.
is an unbelievable feat.
Yeah.
Because that's like, what, 4 hours maybe?
Yeah, something like
to
that.
swap an
Yeah, I
entire
remember I was
transmission?
walking by the Friday night after doing track walk with Michael, and I was walking through pits, and I just see them like holding the drive shaft, cars up, and I'm like, oh no.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just it's cool to be working with a team that's able to kind of work so high paced and be able to kind of be a part of that and help out and be like, oh wow, and being able to shoot all that, because there's always, it does get repetitive shooting in the paddock because there's only
Yeah.
so much you can kind of shoot, but they're always, especially with stuff within a team that's working on two different cars at the same time and being like kind of a full flow, you can kind of always catch like something random, like I have a photo of Larry with a wrench in his mouth type thing. So it's just stuff like that you could always kind of, oh, there's that, okay, cool, and you might just be standing there, but like it's just looking for moments, right? So,
Yeah, like the video clip of Matt's dad, Howie, inside of the engine bay.
Oh, yeah.
He's like unscrewing the I don't even know what part of it was, but he's unscrewing something on it to get to the restrictor plate
Yeah.
for the, what do you call it? Scrutineering,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, it's it's a wild time.
Yeah,
I
no
love it.
doubt.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's that's one thing I like about shooting NASCAR, especially in the paddock, is that you can kind of like remember moments when taking photos. Like I remember I have a photo of Howie and Larry up at like the top of the truck, like taking the cars off onto
Yep.
the ramp and bringing them down. I remember when Howie was putting one of the like chocks on so the car doesn't go flying off the truck. Yeah, I remember,
wouldn't be good.
Yeah, I remember him saying, every time I do this, it's always so sketchy. This is I hate this part. And I remember hearing that. It's just funny how like Howie, who's been doing this for a long time, stuff like that still kind of is like for him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Howie's dad was involved with NASCAR Canada before it was NASCAR Canada, before it was even CASCAR, right?
Exactly.
And then Howie was involved with CASCAR and NASCAR, and now the third generation of Scannell
Howie
is
Senior,
racing.
Howie Junior, and Matthew.
Yeah.
Which he's also a good guy. It's
A great guy.
I remember I seen
amazing driver.
Yeah, I remember I seen some photos of him back when he first raced at Toronto Indy with NASCAR, and how when he was like 17 or something like that. It's insane how long.
I think he was like 17, 18 when he won NASCAR Canada Driver of the Year.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
It's like like 17 or something like that. It's like wow.
Yeah, that's an amazing feat to have under your belt.
It's been awesome to work for guys like Matthew, Daryl, Larry, all great guys. Very different emotion levels. Like as we know, Matt is kind of every time you look at Matt, he just looks very kind of just monotone, not very like expressionary.
Sometimes when he's in the zone, he looks a little angry, and you're like, can I approach him right now?
And then you have Daryl, who's he looks always happy.
Yeah.
And then Larry's just kind of just in the middle.
Larry's mellow.
Yeah.
Daryl's always up here, really happy, and then
Matt just looks down here. Matt could be up here, but he'll look like he's down here.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, it's been a really fun time. Like even though we only did the 2 races last season, and so far just one this season, and hopefully Cal Bogey next month.
Yep.
Which should be fun. That'll be both our first times there.
Very interesting.
Yeah, stay at a hotel in Ottawa, which you just figured out was in Ottawa.
Kind of have to. Yeah.
But yeah, no. Have you ever been to Calabogie? I don't think.
I've been to Calabogie once. It was for CSCS a long time ago, but I don't remember anything about it.
And they've also like repaved it. And all
exactly.
That, right?
Everything's so different. So we'll go there and we'll figure it out as we get.
Yeah, Calabogie I think will be just a bit chaotic, just with the new grip and with the new tire compounds, which I've heard is not a very popular one.
No, they degrade a lot faster.
Yeah, they degrade after like 2 laps. They fall off, and that's probably why we had so many cautions.
That's also probably what allowed Daryl to do what he did
go from
at the last
P25 to P7 within that entire race. It's
amazing,
like, wow.
Amazing, yeah.
Mind you, half that race was under a safety car, but hey, we'll take our wins.
And to be fair, a lot of those positions for Daryl were made up. Remember that big incident, turn 10?
When I think it was
like 5 cars.
Yeah, it was something like that. I think it was like not Ranger, but someone else. I think it was the 98, and then like a few other cars got involved, and it's like wow.
Yeah, it was all in the restart too, right? And Daryl made up a lot of positions right then. I remember I was at.
It helps when the competition's gone.
Yeah. I was under the bridge on the front straight, and I rember seeing all the cars go by as I'm shooting, and I'm like, oh, there's Daryl. Oh, he's in the top 10. Oh, no way.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, I hear you kept going by after like yellows, and I'm like, oh, he's in P10. Oh, he's in P8.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in P7. And then it's like, oh, wow, okay. But yeah, no, to finish P7 after that was awesome for Daryl. Sucks for Larry. I don't even know what happened to his car.
I don't know.
I just saw that his hood was like kind of cockeyed at some point. I'm like, that's not great.
Yeah, him and a few other drivers. I think Connor Bell.
Oh, Connor.
Yeah, Connor and a few other drivers had like that hood pop-up incident, which is why they had it removed. Same thing with Larry, but then he also had an overheating issue. I remember I was on top of the bridge and I looked down and saw him pulling the pits, and the team ripped the hood off, and there was guys underneath, and I'm like, oh no, what happened to Larry?
Yeah, it sucks. We got to get some pit shots next time. I didn't know that. We should have asked a strategy because we did not know.
Yeah. I'm thinking a good idea for that is if we can get like another action cam or something. Maybe I can just give them that action cam.
Props.
Maybe I can just give them that action cam though, and just hand it off to someone on the team that can mildly use a camera,
or
and
just
isn't
like
too important.
Get some meta
stop.
glasses or something like that.
Yeah,
so
something just attach it to someone.
Yeah,
be
exactly.
like, here you go, press this button, get me some footage.
Yeah, like get a GoPro or something like that.
Yeah.
You want to go through your. This is not all of your collections.
This is not the entire collection, but this is
what do we have?
Kind of the daily driver for motorsports. So this guy and that guy over there are Canon R6 Mark IIs. Really, really, really amazing hybrid cameras. In terms of photo and video, they're both capable of whatever you need them to do. Just simply put. This little guy here is a Canon EOS RP. I am actually selling that, so
if
won't
you
be around
purchase.
for long. If you want to purchase. And then oh yeah, and this is the DJI Action 4. Nothing crazy, just a quick little action cam. Helps get things along. So as some of you may know or may not know, the R6s are RF bodies, so each of them have the RF to EF attachments to attach the two lenses on them today. This is the EF 70-200 f4 L series. That is the 24-105 f4 L series. And then right here, we've got one of my favorite new additions, which is an older 16-35 2.8, which is a very fun lens to use.
That probably sounded like not English to a lot of
yes,
people, but
yes, yeah.
very good cameras.
A lot of money.
Yeah, scary
amounts of money
right here. That's not even like the full get up either. Like, some of the setups you see at most sports is insane.
Oh yeah, some of the guys walking around with like 300 2.8s, and you're just like, oh, that's a down payment on a house.
What was that guy's name? We were at turn 5 and we were in that little divot hole, and it was like me, you, and NASCAR photographer and another guy. I forget his name. The guy with that brim hat.
Right.
Yeah, I forget his name, but he had
the trilby, and then his buddy had like the mohawk. Those two guys were super cool.
Yeah,
super fun to talk to.
Cool. Yeah,
I don't remember their names, but their kicks were.
Yeah, you meet so many people that
they're walking around with like $15,000-$20,000 in just camera.
Like,
it was insane.
Yeah, and you ask people, it's like, oh, what do you think is this much money in terms of camera machinery? And they'll point out like the biggest little thing possible. It's like, oh, well, that's way more. And then just this small, like this, something like this in higher end will be like, oh yeah, that's like 10 grand. It's like, what?
To be fair, I did pick that up used from Japan for about $750, so it wasn't that bad.
That's not too bad. Yeah.
And then this lens, same deal, used from Japan, about $800, $850.
If you want to buy camera stuff, just go to Japan.
Seriously,
just have the small investment of a plane ticket.
I genuinely have a plan to save a bunch of money at some point and just fly over to Japan for the sole purpose of buying camera gear.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's good. So what kind of drove you to get into like photography and media and all that?
So, believe it or not, my grandpa used to shoot photos a lot, and my dad has a crazy amount of camera gear at home. When I was younger, I was a skateboarder. I still am, but a lot less because you get older, your body can't really handle it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just doing the skateboarding stuff, and then being the guy that had access to cameras, I defaulted into just being the skate filmer, photographer, and then it again just snowballed into.
It wobbled.
Yeah.
It went downhill.
Yeah, downhill very fast.
Nice.
Especially in terms of monetary.
Yeah, no, it's cool that your family, and especially your grandpa's been in it. So he was the one like back then with the thing in his hand, like, okay, 10 minutes later, well, this will shoot.
Yeah. I can actually get you some photos later of like all of the stuff in the cabinet of the cameras that he used to use, and
a lot of film.
All film. For Grandpa's Day, it's all film.
Yeah, true.
Because he died in February this year at 97 years old.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
Hey, man. Happens to everybody.
Yeah, a long time. Lived a long
97 is a very long life.
He got to that point. He's like, that's good though. So what kind of pushed you towards kind of working more towards? Did you go for automotive before going to racing, or did you kind of get into racing and then kind of the automotive sector?
I mean, automotive and car meets is kind of what rekindled my passion.
Oh, okay.
Because like I said, I didn't pick up a camera forever.
Yeah.
At a certain point during COVID, I didn't think I'd ever touch a camera again. Yeah. My gear just kind of sat in the bag, and I'd look at it and be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Unless you were a nature photographer, COVID was kind of boring.
Exactly, yeah. And then after COVID, a friend of mine, Ian, got me out to a bunch of random events, got the camera back in my hand, and the passion kind of snowballed into what it is now, where I'm still in disbelief that we're even working for NASCAR teams. Like it blows my mind from like being a kid and watching NASCAR on TV, and like I watched the race where unfortunately Dale Sr. lost his life, right? So I remember that. And just growing up watching NASCAR and motorsports and all these different series, and now we're there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we're involved, and it's so surreal, man.
Well, yeah, it's like I've been going to most sports since like 2011, since they just before they got rid of the oval, which I just found a photo of me recently when I was a kid at the oval. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, no, it's the first ever NASCAR driver I met was Larry.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was younger, and it's just I was thinking about
kind
that.
Kind of ironic.
Yeah, I know. It's like who are you working for? Oh, Larry Jackson. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. It's like, oh, that name sounds familiar.
Why do I know that name?
Yeah, exactly right. But yeah, no, it's same deal. Because I went from like shooting, like during COVID, I kind of had the opposite effect. I was never into photography, and then I like got crazy into it over COVID. And then started shooting car meets with, and then started working with Boost North and all that stuff. Golf that since when I was like 14 or something like that. And then kept going to the track, kept shooting more stuff. And then as I said, now we're working for NASCAR drivers, so it's like not too bad.
Like I said, it's surreal,
From
man.
14 to 19, I think that's a good development.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been really fun. It's a really interesting job.
Terrifying at times.
Yeah.
When you're
having a car come at you at 200 miles an hour is not the most ideal situation.
Yeah, especially when you're sitting there and there's like a concrete barrier waist height and they're coming at you at like 140, 150, even probably faster.
Yeah, it's a situation like that where you're like, I wonder why they tell us to stay away from or stay behind the catch fences.
And like, what was it? The last weekend, I was like just past the bridge. You actually sent me the video, I think, where you're like, hey, you're on broadcast TV. Yeah. And I was standing there doing the footage, and I can't remember what car it was. It was one of the blue cars. They come out of 10. He's all four on the grass, and then he's like slowly drifting over,
I think
drifting
that's
back.
the DLGO car.
Okay, yeah, and I'm sitting there looking through my camera, seeing this, and I'm like,
yeah, what do I do? Where do I go?
It's one of those dive behind the wall.
Anything for the shot.
It's one of those, if the worst happens, dive behind the wall and pray to every god that exists that nothing bad happens.
So what's kind of been the importance and like motivating factor of working with a good team like Larry's and having a good kind of atmosphere around?
So it's definitely, it's very inspiring to be in that environment with all of those people who in a lot of cases for the smaller NASCAR teams, like they don't really have the budget to pay everybody. And a lot of the guys are just there to be there, to volunteer, to help the team out, to help them get to the race.
Yeah, like last year when we were with Matt, he literally just had that one single trailer, a Dodge Rambo in it, and the car and a couple tools and a bunch of people.
And like all of his mechanics were pretty much like his friends and family and everything, right? So
friends, family, and then Michael.
So it's crazy to see that atmosphere of just everyone coming together for a common goal. Because they all love racing.
Shared passion. So yeah, you've enjoyed working with Larry and Darryl, and like I know we only just started like recently being in contact with them, but have you enjoyed like being with that team specifically?
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah,
I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. It's taught me so much about how to work through a race weekend. And like how to plan out my shots, right? So as you're aware, ahead of time, I like to try to kind of be like, okay, I want to get these shots during this session and these shots during this session, and then during the race, I can kind of like here, and you kind of map it out ahead of time and figure out where you're going to get what shots for what session and how it's going to be easiest, right? But now, like at least for CTMP, like I've got the roadmap.
You got it narrowed down pretty much. Just get kind of work far to close, right? It's like on Friday or Saturday, it's like work as far away as possible. Like turn 5, get everything at 5, 3, 4, all that stuff, and then once it's race day, it's like okay, you can just kind of not do only what you want, but like have more freedom type thing. That's like, oh, I have to be here. It's like once you get everything, it's fine.
Even though I did kind of do the psychopath move of walking from 1 to 4. And then taking a shuttle back to the paddock and then walking to 10 to 9.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I mean, like, I kind of had to do a similar thing, but I caught a shuttle, but like, just because my car broke down on the Sunday.
I remember that as I was leaving.
Yeah,
I came out and you were elbows deep in grease.
Yeah.
I was like, brother, I wish I could help you right now.
Had to change my belt and my battery. That was a fun day. But yeah, no, it's like throughout that morning.
Was that what was wrong with it?
Yeah, the belt came off, like broke, and then my battery. So like throughout that morning, because like the night before I went to town with Michael and everybody, and we went and grabbed stuff, and my battery light came on. I'm like, oh no. So and then I turned it on before I went to bed because I was sleeping in my car that weekend. Not like I had nowhere else to go. I just wanted to sleep in my car. But yeah, no. So I turned on. I'm like, oh no, everything was working. I turned on in the morning. Radio's not working. I'm like, that's not good. Yeah. I'm driving more. AC stops working. It's not good. And I'm like, power windows don't work. And then at some point the car just didn't start. And I'm like,
Yeah, once the power starts cutting off for certain systems, you're like,
It was kind of just on life support at that point. And then I'm up by the media building. It just goes. And I'm like,
Well, hey, on the plus side, at least it broke down at the media park.
Yeah, nowhere else. Yeah, if it broke down anywhere else, I think it would have been like
It would have been a bit rough to push it around.
Yeah,
especially on those support roads.
Yeah, no, it was just good that like once I got up there, everyone was pretty much gone, so I just had kind of freedom. And shout out to the guys at the mechanics place up at CTMP. They lent me some tools at the time.
Oh, did they?
Well, yeah, because all my tools are at work, right?
Right,
so, yeah.
right.
So I was kind of like out of luck in that aspect of like I was walking up to the shed and I'm like, hey guys, gonna borrow like some tools, and they're like, yeah, here, and I'm like, oh, thanks.
You should have stopped by the team and been like, hey, who?
See, I was thinking that, but like Daryl just got top 10, and I'm like, I'm not gonna interrupt that. They're busy. I mean,
just grab one of the mechanics, be like, hey, I need your help.
Could you give me some stuff?
Let's go from working on a NASCAR to working on a VW.
I'm working on my GTI. I'm working on my absolute race car.
Definitely a faster race car.
Come work on a real car. Come work on my car that works sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so what's kind of been your development from when you first started? I know you've said CSCS, but what's kind of been like the steps from CSCS to NASCAR that you've kind of worked through?
CSCS to NASCAR,
or through your motorsport experience in general.
That kind of is what it was. I remember the first race I did in a long time after CSCS was Chevrolet Grand Prix 2024.
Yeah, I think that's when we camped together.
Yes. Turn 3 with infield sucks, outfield sucks happening all night. Yeah. That was a good time. And the guy that came up and offered us drugs and moonshine. That was a funny
The moonshine
time.
Was good.
Oh, you had some.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, I remember that guy walked up. He's like, "Do you want moonshine?" I'm like, "I need to do stuff tomorrow." He's like, "Do you want mushrooms?" I'm like, "That's even worse."
He didn't offer me mushrooms. He just offered me moonshine. And
he offered me moonshine, then mushrooms, then acid. And I'm like, "This is getting progressively worse."
MMA. Yeah, no. Honestly, that was pretty good. Like he said, it tasted like apple pie, and that tasted like a slice of apple pie. I was like,
wow, that's handy. There you go.
Yeah. The only downside is that it's made of Everclear, so it's like next morning it's just like.
Yeah, not feeling too good.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I turned that down.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, once I was on, I wasn't even like in the fun areas, right? I was just a spectator with a camera.
Yeah, exactly.
But I probably put in more steps that weekend than I have on any of the weekends we've actually worked.
Yeah, no, and CTMP is so photographer friendly, especially for like
sometimes.
Sometimes depending on where you are at.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like if even just like being beyond the fences, like if you don't have a pass, you could still get some decent photos as you can.
Yeah. You can still even with the 70 to 200, you can still shoot through the photo holes at most of the places as long as you can get close to the fence.
Yeah.
And you can even use the photo holes. So this is a lot of fun. I've seen someone do this, and I don't know who it was, but I'm definitely copying you. Sorry. But they used the photo hole as a frame.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I like that.
That's pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah, no, it's just I like how CTMP kind of opens it up to the point where like photographers that aren't credentialed are able to get better shots and all that stuff. It's
especially
like,
at 5.
Yeah, especially at 5.
5 with that opening for the emergency vehicles is a really, really good spot if you don't have credentials to get some nice shots there. You can get them as they're cresting over the hill, and then you can get the exit through 5B. And
I think stuff like that has really helped like me in my development of being able to like have a portfolio that's not just like a mile behind a fence or like if you're shooting at NASCAR, you're like all the way up here and the car is kind of like miles away and you can only zoom in so much or it's blurry. But
when you're in the nosebleeds.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember when I was shooting at Indy Toronto, it's just like you can only do so much, right, from where you are, and like, oh, that was an interesting experience. Markham Indy should be fun if we're able to get there.
That would be a hell of an experience.
Either
but shout out to who was it? Will Robinson is the last name. Remember Will, really tall guy, media?
Oh, Will, yes.
Yeah. So shout out to him from the last F1 weekend because he got some incredible shots of the spectator.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Those were
that
unbelievable.
Was that photo of Lewis was like insane. I was like, wow, dude.
Yeah, you're talking about the panning shot like through everything. Yeah. That was nuts.
I was like, wow. And then he also got a photo of Lewis getting like into his car, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, dude. Like as a spectator, that's insane.
I don't know what lens he had or what
Will
his
is
setup
just like
was,
Will's inhuman in that aspect. Like Will, he's got a special one of one camera. I swear, he's insane, man. And that guy never takes off that beanie. It could be 100 degrees outside. I always tell him that whenever I see him, like, I don't know how you always wear beanies.
Yeah, long hair and beanie.
Yeah, he always is just like, my hair's messed up. I'm like, dude, you have to be boiling.
Yeah, well, I mean, the last weekend it was so hot. The UV index was so high that I just kept my my AR Racing Rexy sweater on the whole time, my white sweater, because I was like, I would rather suffer through today than suffer through a week of painful
Yeah,
showers.
painful showers. That's
Yeah.
why I'm happy to be indigenous. I just kind of, I get more brown than red.
I'm
Sometimes
Irish.
I do turn red.
I'm not lucky in
Yeah.
that sense.
Yeah, I'm like Irish native. So yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes I burn like here, I'll burn, but like here it's just not too bad.
Oh, I turned into a tomato.
Yeah, I know. I remember. I forget what weekend it was, but you like turned red.
Yeah.
It's like wow.
Yeah, probably IMSA weekend.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's kind of like your 2026 plans and like side endeavors that you're doing right now for work?
So 2026 plans are mostly, I think the next one coming up is Calabogie,
Yep.
and then we're gonna do 100% Labor Day. The Indy's in the air right now. We
Yeah.
got to figure out where the drivers all qualify
Yeah.
and who's going to actually be involved with the race before we can try to figure out
Yeah.
if we can get in. And then beyond that, shout out to Biltmore downtown Oshawa. I do a lot of shooting there. Diana has been a longtime friend, and I love going down there and getting their live events
Yeah.
and doing all that stuff. That has also turned into a lot of fun for me. I never thought that like concert photography would really be a thing that I enjoyed, but yeah,
Nice.
it actually turned into being really fun and a really like creative, like more creative expression.
Yeah.
That I can take some of those ideas even and turn them into like motorsports too. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I like how there's kind of a
Correlation,
translation
yeah.
between the two, but they're very different things. It's,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
interesting. I like it.
100%. But yeah, no. So what's kind of like one event that you have like as like possible events to do? Like what's the one that you're kind of most hopeful for type thing?
Oh, definitely the Indy.
Indy?
100%.
Nice. Yeah.
That's going to be a crazy weekend. First time in Markham.
Yeah.
And it'll be my first Indy in a very, very, very
Yeah.
long time. So that'll be
Yeah,
that'll
last
be a
time I
fun
went to
weekend.
Indy I think was 2024.
Yeah.
Second to last, which is when Colton Herta won, which was pretty cool.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and that crash there was also insane.
Yeah.
They can never have a clean race there.
No.
What do you think of the new Markham Indy? Both layout and
I haven't really looked at the layout too much,
Oh, okay.
but I feel like we probably should take a day sometime in the future, just even if we don't get in,
yeah,
to look at the layout, see
Yeah.
what streets are being used, and just kind of walk around
yeah,
and see where we can go, what we can do.
yeah. It's mostly Enterprise, which is
Yeah.
like a pretty. I don't know how they're gonna do that. It's gonna be narrow, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, it should be fun. It'll be interesting if we do get in, just to say like, oh, we shot the first ever
Yeah.
Markham Indy, right?
Yeah,
But-
hey.
Yeah. One thing I'm kind of hoping for that hopefully Daryl or someone can do is GP3R maybe.
Oh, that would be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grand Prix de Trois Rivières. That would be really interesting.
Just call it GP3R.
GP3 Grand Prix de Trois Rivières. Yeah, no, it's that would be awesome. Track, no, street course, I guess, to
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah.
Just because of like its historic significance and
Yep.
like it used to be the biggest street course like race in North America.
Yeah.
Like AOMS used to go there and all that stuff. It used to be like insane. Like Formula Atlantic was one of the biggest series in the world. Like F1 champions would go there to compete and all that. Gilles Villeneuve came up through
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
shooting that would be really fun. I've
Speaking
heard,
of fun historic stuff, maybe we can get the prototypes back at CTMP.
I doubt that.
Penske.
I doubt that. I doubt that so much. It just unless we like with the new FAF purchase, maybe there'll be some developments, which
Yeah,
I'm
they might
hopefully
be able
looking
to
forward
flex their
Yeah. Well, the whole thing with CTMP is this like paddock space
and support roads.
that and the overlap with Interlagos
Yeah.
because the
Well, it's also the Detroit.
Detroit just happened.
Yeah, but Detroit is part of the reason why we don't get the prototypes.
Oh really?
Yeah, because the prototypes only do so many races a year.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Detroit.
we lost CTMP for Detroit.
Yeah. Which is funny because FAF has gone 2 podiums at Detroit, so
Yeah.
it's like
Probably some mixed feelings there.
I don't know. It's not a bad track. It's not a great track either. It's like very it's like the Monaco of
If
IMSA.
I was gonna rank the two, I'd put CTMP.
Oh yeah,
above
100%.
Detroit.
Yeah, 100%. I put CTMP so much higher.
A little
than
bit of
that.
personal bias there.
Oh
but
yeah, no, yeah. I love CTMP though. It's probably
Great track.
one of the best tracks in the world. Like one of the greatest places
The
for racing.
elevation changes, the way the corners flow into each other, and keep the drivers constantly on their toes.
Yeah.
It is an incredibly technical track, and to get a fast time around that in any car takes a tremendous amount of skill.
Yeah, exactly. Like I like how you're able to develop as a driver in the entire facility. Like I started in karting at the karting center, and then
Yep, and then you go to
did car
DDT.
stuff at DDT.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm yet to drive to a Grand Prix track.
We'll get you there.
Yeah, hopefully this season or next, probably next season. Most likely, I'll do some probably SBC stuff.
And you're gonna hire me as your media.
Oh
right?
yeah, for
Of
sure.
course,
Yeah,
of course.
with a pay of $0.00.
Oh, okay. Just get me a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Just buy me a case of peach Red Bull.
This covers
Yeah.
the whole weekend. I'll get you the big can. Okay?
I'm gonna need a whole case. At
Yeah.
least. All right.
Okay, so what kind of made you want to continue in motorsport as a photographer? Like, I know you got into it from CSCS and moving on, but like, what kind of kept you going through it, type thing?
Just my love for motorsports, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've always watched motorsports throughout my life. Like I said, I
Mm-hmm.
started watching NASCAR as a kid because my dad really liked watching the NASCAR series, the American NASCAR series.
Yeah.
And then
USA.
as I got older, I kind of fell away from NASCAR and started watching a lot more GT racing with like the Blancpain series
Yeah.
and IMSA and WEC, Super GT, stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? So it's become a passion that's taken over so much of my life. As you may or may not know, I've got the simulator at home, and I try to hop in that as often as possible and just get some laps in myself. Because as much as I love doing photography, if I ever get handed a race seat, it's like no more camera.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
pretty much. Yeah, I've chosen very expensive hobbies.
Yeah, potentially the most expensive.
I was talking to Alex about it, like when he was on the show. I'm like, oh, what kind of made you want to be a mechanic? Nothing else. And he goes, oh well, driving a car was too expensive. I'm like, yeah, I know that. He goes, yeah, I guess you know that. And I'm like, yeah. It's like one thing that people always like, it's like, oh, it's expensive. Want to be a race car driver? I'm like,
Yeah, just a little bit.
Racing drivers are the richest poor people you ever meet in your life, because like they'll say how much they've spent on like entry fees to cart, self-cart, car, gas, tires. And they're like, oh, so you're like load. It's like, no, I got about barely
$3.
I got barely a McChicken in my account.
Well, it's like, yeah, even with like a full karting season in Canada, it's going to cost you what, like somewhere in the range of $100,000.
It depends on what you're running. If you run what I do, like probably more into like 30 range. Give or take.
That's more affordable.
Yeah, it's
that's
more
still
affordable. 100%.
pretty expensive.
Like if you're doing road tax where you have to change your tires after every session, yeah.
Yeah.
Where you're like the set of tires is like $300 and some. You have to change it after every session. You're doing like 5 sessions a day, so it's like do that math. You're doing like 2 days of running.
A couple $1,000s per weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
If you like to burn money, get into racing.
Yeah. If you want to be constantly financially stressed, yeah, get into racing.
Do you like being in debt?
Yeah. Well, no. So like the way I think of it is like as long as I don't lose money, but I'm also not gaining money, as long as I stay at like a minimum of gray and everything's paid, I don't care.
As long as I have $5 in my account for a McChicken.
Not even. Not even. I just need money for gas, insurance, and race car, and I'll be good in life.
There you go.
Like I always tell my mom, it's like if I ever get to that point in my career, like I become serious and have to like travel a lot to like drive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just pull a Sunny Hayes and just live in a van.
Dude, hey, we'll get an RV with 2 beds. I'm
just
down.
Just buy an old Chevy Express or something.
Let's do it. We'll travel around the world.
Yeah. Just get on a cargo ship with the RV. Just go. It's like, hey, we'll pay you this much.
Hey, where are we going today? Spa-Francorchamps.
Yeah, Spa-Francorchamps. Yeah. So you got any money for me? Nope.
No.
You want to come to a racetrack though?
Exactly.
So what's kind of like your motorsports media dream, and where do you kind of see yourself in 5 years?
The dream would be to land a job with an IMSA team and just follow them around the world for as long as I possibly can.
Get paid that IMSA money?
Not so much around the world as around North America.
North America.
But that also gets your foot in the door with WEC, and maybe you can get into some of the more prestigious events, like covering Le Mans 24 hour would be, that's a bucket list goal right there. Yeah, exactly. that I could die happy.
Yeah.
Literally the next day. I cover Le Mans 24 hour. If I died the next day, just put on my tombstone, he died happy.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, it would be fun to shoot Le Mans because I could just be like, okay, I want to go here, I want to go here.
Oh, yeah, you've got the track layout on your map.
I'll shoot this area here.
Yeah, so down the Mulsanne Straight, as you see.
Like that. Yeah, you can see that right there. Yeah, no, this is like, I love Le Mans. It's best track in the world, man. Best place in the world, best race. That's what got me into motorsports. I remember I got a Ford GT40 dinky car when I was a kid.
Okay.
And then I'm like, I really liked it for some reason. I'm like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, oh, 24-hour Le Mans. And it's gotten more into racing. My family's always like,
is that the old layout with the no chicanes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's the full Mulsanne straightaway. And you have the Mulsanne corner. And
yeah, the terrifying Mulsanne corner at the end of the longest straightaway in motorsports history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun
Well,
times.
actually, wait, is Nordschleife that was about the same length, isn't it?
No, most one's longer.
Most one's longer. Okay.
Yeah, was before
before
they grew some common sense and put 2 chicanes in it. It's like they're going about 350 kilometers
we
an
should
hour.
probably slow them down
into a
here
hairpin.
and there.
They're going into a hairpin at the fastest speed almost in any vehicle. We should
Yeah.
probably slow this down a little bit.
Yeah, speed's comparable to the salt flat land speed records. You know, no big deal.
Yeah, it's a Le Mans month. It's June.
Oh,
finally.
right.
2
Le Mans
weeks.
is this month.
Yeah, 2 weeks. It's on my birthday.
Maybe I will actually be able to stay up through the whole 24-hour this year. I don't know.
I'm proud of myself. I stayed up for the Bathurst, then I stayed up for Daytona.
Bathurst is easy. That's a 12-hour.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
Daytona's that's a feat. Though.
Daytona. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daytona's insane.
I slept for at least 4 hours.
We would have watched the Nürburgring, but we were actively working at that time.
Yeah, that happened on a weekend when we were working. So I was just
the whole
bugging.
weekend's just like, oh, what's happening at the ring? What's happening at the ring?
I was just bugging
What's
anyone
Max
I could.
doing?
Where's Max? Where's Kevin?
Yeah, I
How's
remember
it
we were
happening?
sitting at our table like 9 a.m. Sunday morning, and you're like, oh, where's Kevin Estre? I go, let me check. He goes, he's in 140 seconds. Like, oh, well, he's not winning.
Yeah. Well, I think at first you're like, yeah, he's in like 102nd. I'm like, oh, something might have happened in the car. Then I asked later, and you're like, oh, he's in 140 something. I'm like, oh, he's just in the garage. Okay.
Yeah, and Max was leading for so long, and then drive shaft.
Yep. Well, that's what happens.
I don't know how much longer Max is going to keep up with the Merc, just with the amount of issues he's had. Like in the NLS with the, I mean, the tire thing wasn't really the Merc's problem. That was more a team issue.
It was more of a team.
Yeah. And then the drive shaft was just like, well, guys, what are we doing?
Haven't they had 2 mechanical failures though so
Something
far
like
this year?
I think so, yeah. But Engel's doing good. Engel won at Bathurst. Engel won at Nürburgring.
Yeah, Engel is on a tear this year. That is one of my favorite GT drivers. He is an absolute beast behind the wheel. So it's great to see Maro Engel doing as good as he is and getting all the success that he's getting, because I remember him back in 2015 watching him during the Blancpain series in his younger days, and even back then he could drive.
Yeah, he's always been demon, man.
Yeah.
He did all right at Monza, podiuming there.
Yep.
That was a horrible.
Yeah, he's on the run to potentially get a championship, isn't he?
Yeah, for sure, and a lot of things.
Yeah.
And like almost anything, he has a few championship goals. So kind of, has media always been your plan in life, or was there something else that was kind of took its place before it kind of became like, oh, I want to do this as a career?
I mean, to be fair, there wasn't really a plan before media. I was just kind of...
Yeah, I guess you started young, so...
Yeah, just kind of going through life and enjoying stuff, and then media, as weird as it sounds, kind of just fell into my lap. And I know for a lot of people, they're going to be like, "What? How does that work?"
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I just started picking up a camera and
I don't
doing
know, I was
stuff.
walking one day and a camera just fell.
Yeah, a camera fell from a plane and hit me in the head, and then, it merged with my brain, and here we are.
Says Spider-Man cameraman.
Yeah, I got bit by a camera.
Yeah.
It was radioactive.
Yeah, someone took a photo of me. It affected me harshly. So have you kind of, when you first started in your media kind of career, did you think, what was kind of like your focus of like, oh, I'm going to shoot this? Like, what was your first kind of goal of like, oh, I want to work in this industry as opposed to now working in motorsport?
Honestly, I don't think there was ever a goal.
Just kind of like shoot stuff.
It was just kind of like take camera, shoot stuff, have fun, and learn as you go. At one point, I was working to try to get into the IATSE union and do some stuff in film. But as you know, I know some people in film, and I've heard a lot of horror stories. and from my own experience, seeing some of those horror stories, I've kind of been like, good money, but not exactly what I want to do.
Honestly, like the best way, as we were talking about outside before the episode, is that like going to photography school, film school, stuff like that. It's like, it's good. There's valuable things to learn, but like
it's more about
my whole learning was like networking, and it's YouTube. Peter McKinnon. McKinnon carried my entire career.
There you go.
He's an awesome guy. It's just, you can learn so much just by doing hands-on and just
exactly.
Kinda, like, you have to mess up a lot. Like you're gonna at the start of your career, like most of your photos can be absolutely terrible.
You learn a lot more from your misses than you do from your hits.
Yeah, exactly right. Especially working in motorsport, like you could shoot so many panners, like 1 out of every 100 will probably hit.
Oh,
right?
even to this day, like I'll set one of these guys up into the electronic 40 FPS when I'm doing my panners, and you'll see it. Like I'll have 1 hit, 12 misses. Because I'm aiming for that one spot.
Yeah, exactly.
So
right? Like
as I hold it down, everything before that's just bad. Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, it's not spray and pray, but it kind of is.
It's kind of spray and pray. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of like no. Okay, that's good.
there is technique and there is skill behind it, but in a sense, you are doing the spray and pray.
It's kind of just a Hail Mary sometimes. Yeah.
Especially when you're dropping the shutter speed below like a 30th of a second. If you're trying that handheld, you're insane. I don't know how you can do that. I think I think the lowest I've got, well with like a longer focal length. Right? If you're wider, sure, not that bad, but longer focal length. I think the lowest I got, it was like at 200 mil, like a 1/8.
Oh, okay.
And
1/8 is crazy.
I'm still in shock that
like,
photo came
the lowest I've probably done is like probably 1/30th, 1/50th, just because I'm at Lumix and it's just whatever.
Well, it was Victoria Day last year.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Or it was either Victoria Day last year or Labor Day.
Probably Labor Day because it wasn't really sunny. It wasn't really sunny.
Yeah, I was in field 2, and I remember doing some panners and just like slowly dropping the shutter speed until I got to 1/8, and then none of the shots turned out but one.
Oh, okay.
And the second I saw that one, I was like, holy crap, I got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about like after edit. Like I remember over the past Victoria Day weekend, I took like a few thousand worth of photos, and I selected them, went down to like 1,049 for editing, and then it's like after that, so I go, do I really feel like editing all this? And it's like as long as I get all NASCAR stuff done,
The funny thing is after that weekend, I looked at my folder, and I'm like, oh, I only shot like 6,000 images. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Because like the race before that, I think I shot like 15,000, and I was like, okay, I've got to figure out how to stop overshooting so much. This is kind of.
That's why I don't do much of like bursts anymore, just because bursts were just like killing me. Like I tried to just kind of do singles. Like I'll do shutter sometimes. But now I've kind of learned with Lumix has a good kind of like single focus shot. Yeah. Like especially if you're doing like
whip pans.
Yeah, whip pans. It's good. And like even just doing like single like shots with them, like the front straight and that like single shot of the car turning in type thing. So Lumix is pretty good for that. That's why I'm like dedicated to that brand. Like I've gone from Canons and Lumix has treated me well so far. So yeah, it's been pretty good. But yeah, no, it's another thing with Mosport is there's so many different type of photos you can take.
Yeah. Like you could do anything you want.
Like
there.
turn 5, you could spend a whole day there.
You could.
Thing, right?
You actually could. You could spend a whole day at turn 5, and none of the photos could look the same.
Yeah, exactly.
What's his name again? Release the shutter.
Richard.
Thank you. So Richard actually inspired me with some of his shots of the LMP3s at CTMP to do tilted panning shots, and I'm in love now.
Like.
Yeah, you tilt the camera, and instead of going into like full vertical, you kind of go in between and get the panning shot like that.
Yeah.
I love it now. I'm in love with that type of panning shot. Yeah. I think all of my panning shots from this last NASCAR weekend were tilted like that.
Nice.
I think there was a couple that weren't, but the second I got it down and got it how I liked it, I was like, oh, I love this. This is amazing.
Richard is awesome. He's always very helpful. He's
incredibly talented.
Oh yeah. Everybody, there's so many people there.
All of them, yeah.
Like Alex, that's there. He's always awesome. Like his stuff. I remember he was the first ever photographer I followed. That I'm like, yo, I want to be like this guy.
Yeah, and like Bree, super friendly,
Bree's
super down
awesome.
to earth.
Yeah, Bree's cool. Everyone, all the photographers on Mosport are honestly really nice. Like no one's got an ego. Everyone's like always trying.
Yeah, they're all willing to help and tell you how they're getting a shot or what kind of shot they're after. And I love that atmosphere because there's like no. What do you call it? Like closed doors.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like
there's no gatekeeping.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is rare in photography.
Yeah, especially in motorsport.
Well, just in photography in general. Usually, there's a lot of people that they're very gatekeepy and they don't want to explain how they do stuff because they're like afraid or something. I don't know, but it's
they think you're gonna take their fire or something like that.
Yeah, but it's wild to me to see these guys that have been involved in this for 20, 30 years to be like, hey, like here's a tip, here's a pointer, and you're like, man, thank you so much.
Yeah, because you just want to see it grow, right? Like you want to see other people emerge. It's like everyone wants the same goal. Everyone wants to do well, so why not?
I mean, we're all in this together.
Yeah, exactly.
We might technically be competitors in a sense.
Yeah,
but we're all in this together.
We're all like, we're all tired. We're all hot.
we're all hungry.
We're all in the same circumstance of I want to be here, but don't at the same time.
Exactly. I love doing this, but could the sun go away for like 3 laps? Please?
I know, especially for just like having to lower your shutter speed, and it's just like everything's so bright. It's like, my God.
Oh, maybe the sun could go away. I could take the VND off.
Yeah, exactly, right. So we're gonna do our segment 3, lightning round.
Oh, we're doing lightning. Yeah, we already got through segment 2.
Yeah, we'll do this, but like it's just we don't have to be quick. It's just we kind of talk about it and we can expand on it as we have been doing type thing. So what's your favorite racetrack in the world?
Favorite racetrack in the world. For driving, I'm going to have to say Spa. I love that track. I've got some relatively competitive times at that track in WEC prototypes. So what are they called now? The hypercars, LMDH or whatever it is these days. Yeah. So I've got some relatively competitive times in that and LMU. And then in like ACC and LMU as well, I've got some relatively competitive GT times too. So like I love that track. It's so fun to drive.
Yeah.
It's very challenging, especially with a GT car. Like all of your time is basically lost or gained in Eau Rouge, Pouin, and what is it, Stavelot 2?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And Blanchiment. You nail those corners, and your high speed is going to be as fast as possible, and your lap time is going to be as fast as possible.
Exactly.
So, and they're all of them have their own challenges. I mean, Blanchiment's probably the easiest out of the bunch, right? Because you just kind of drift out wide and then whew.
Yeah.
But you miss that, or you touch that inside curb, you're not going to have a very good time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What's your kind of favorite track, like, in general?
In general, either Circuit de la Sarthe, and for people who are unfamiliar, that is Le Mans, or the Nürburgring Nordschleife.
Yeah.
Just because it's
classic.
It not only is it a classic, it is an untamed beast of a racetrack.
You can never master it.
No. There is no. I feel like the closest person in the modern era to even come within speaking range of saying that he's mastered it is probably Kevin Estre.
Yeah, Kevin Estre, Misha. Also.
Oh, Misha, yeah.
Misha's awesome.
Misha's crazy. Spends a lot of time at that track.
Misha, Steve Brown, those guys. That just like every day, all life, like they're just ring.
Jimmy Broadbent.
Jimmy. Yeah, I love Jimmy.
Good old Jimmer.
I love Jimmy. But yeah, no. What kind of entices you towards tracks like those, like Spa and Nürburgring? Like, even though they're widely known, but like, what's kind of things that kind of point you towards them specifically?
Probably just the technical ability needed to master a track like that. Because there are some, like Silverstone, for example. Yeah. It can be technical, but it's a pretty easy track, right? Like, what's the hardest part of that whole track? Maggots and Beckett's? Yeah. Exactly. Or I don't remember the name of the corner, but where Max and Lewis had their little squabble during the championship battle.
I forgot the name of that.
Yeah. Those are probably the two most technical corners on the whole track, and they're one after another.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, no, that's awesome. It is good to look for technicality. Like, for me, my best times have always been at Road Atlanta.
Okay, which is I love Road Atlanta. Yeah, that Sector 1 is so technical.
Yeah, it's so fun, too. Like, just that, like, going through those corners, like, having that kind of, like, bumpiness, kind of like Sebring.
Yeah.
Sebring's not too bad. Not the biggest fan. But just after doing Sebring at a charity event and doing Road Atlanta at home, I've always found Road Atlanta a bit better. I've also got a few podiums at Road Atlanta, so
there you go.
There's also a bit of bias there.
Oh, honorable mention, Bathurst, of course.
Bathurst, yeah, you can't go wrong.
Absolutely terrifying track.
I find Bathurst is like you can make less mistakes than Nürburgring.
Yes and no. It's a bit more punishing when you're going over the mountain, right? Like you mess up on. I don't know all the names of all these corners, but when it like you level out and there's that. Remember that Aston Martin did like a grind across the wall. Like there's that section right there. You mess that up and. Your car's done.
Yeah, because like Bathurst is one of the few places that still uses concrete walls.
Directly beside, like there's no runoff at all. It's just racetrack, concrete wall.
Yeah. There's a track like that. And Bathurst is one of those that's just like
untamed.
Yeah. Laguna Seca is another one.
Oh, Laguna's fun.
Brady was saying that it's difficult because there's like no runoff. It's just like there's racetrack and then there's gravel, wall, and it's just like nowhere to go. It's just, but tracks like that's always fun because like you can kind of challenge yourself. You can't just like there's tracks where you can kind of just turn your brain off, right? So
exactly. Like, there's brain off, just drive tracks, and then there's you feel like you've been awake for 36 hours after 30 minutes of driving tracks, right?
Yeah, because it's always like you're thinking, it's like, oh, how can I take this? How can I take this? So like the Laguna Seca corkscrew.
The corkscrew, like blind entry downhill,
Like seeing people drive it insanely, like Alex Zanardi when he passed for the win for his maiden win at Laguna Seca back when it was a kart and not IndyCar. It's just like wow.
Who was it? Who was it at Bathurst that won the first time for Porsche? Matt Campbell, I think. Matt Campbell, yeah. Remember that run down the hill and then the corner or the pass on the final corner through that section down the straightaway. That was. It's like the announcer said, there was just enough room for a Porsche and he took it. Exactly. Crazy.
I always liked Matt Campbell just because he used to be a FAF guy. when the back when Pfaff was still a Porsche factory team.
True.
We're now Lamborghini.
Pfaff, maybe go back to the roots.
Hey, well, we got a podium with the new Lamborghini program.
True.
It's like, eh.
The McLaren for a year.
Yeah, the McLaren was not great.
It was not great. Funny story about that. I still have a T-shirt of that.
Oh yeah,
I've got the back in plaid. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the Porsche shirt, obviously from back in the day. I have the McLaren one, and I have the Lamborghini one. I have to get. I don't know if they were using a new one because of the new car, but last year the Huracan was cool. I like the new one. I forget what that Lamborghini is called, the Revante or something like that. Yeah, I don't know, but that blue is pretty nice. The blue is nice.
Yeah.
I will take that.
The livery is quite nice.
So what's your favorite race series overall?
Favorite race series overall. See, this is a tough one. There's so many great race series out there. But even though they don't do English commentary anymore, I'm probably going to have to go with Super GT, man.
Oh, Super GT.
Those guys drive the absolute wheels off that car.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. But yeah, no, it's, I remember Max doing a session with the Super GTs.
Right, the new Nissan,
insane. Yeah, stalled it twice and then beat the guy's lap record. So who's your motorsports hero overall?
All-time motorsports hero, Niki Lauda.
Niki Lauda?
No question.
Nice.
Guy's been around for so long. He helped build that Mercedes team up from nothing.
The Rat.
The Rat. But, yeah, without him, Formula One wouldn't be what it is today. And in my opinion, he helped build that series more than a lot of other people involved in it. Yeah.
Both like driving and safety.
Yeah, both with driving, safety, and behind the scenes building teams and stuff. Yeah.
What's your favorite spot to shoot at CTMP?
Favorite spot to shoot CTMP? Either 10. 10's a lot of fun. You can get a lot of variety at 10.
Yeah.
1 is also a lot of fun. But like we were saying, 5 has, you could spend all day at 5 and get something different for every shot. So probably between those 3, it's a even tie.
Fair. Best event shot so far?
Best or favorite?
Either or.
Okay. So my favorite event that I've done so far was actually probably this last weekend.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was probably the most fun I've had. Even though it was hot, it was stressful. I was, again, headless chicken video photo all day. But now that I've kind of figured it out better, and Larry's got the new big trailer that I can kind of stash some stuff in without being in their way too much, it makes life easier.
For sure. GT or prototype?
Prototype all day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you prefer working more at tracks or like car culture?
Oh, tracks all day.
Tracks all day.
All day.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Yeah, you can't beat the smell of burnt rubber and motor oil in the morning.
Exactly. Who do you want to win 2026 Formula One World Drivers' Championship?
Kimi Antonelli. Give that kid a championship.
Yeah, he deserves it. Yeah. First 4 main wins is back to back.
Yeah.
Electric or gas cars?
Oh, gas.
Gas, yeah.
Burn all the electric cars.
But they do it on their own.
True.
Most memorable moment of your career so far?
Most memorable moment? Probably the handful of times I felt like I was about to die.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Just, car goes off. Remember we were talking earlier about that turn 3 incident where one of the cars went off, and I noticed through the viewfinder that his wheels are still turned towards me, and I'm like, you don't have control of that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, that's been great. And that's been Braeden Palmer. Thank you for coming on. Hope you enjoyed coming onto the podcast.
Yeah, it's been great.
Your first ever podcast. Hopefully the standard is high. But yeah, no, so that's been Braeden. Thank you for tuning in. Follow DCSA Media Hub Riot Radio on Instagram. Follow a Northern Apex Podcast on Instagram. Greater Toronto Productions, Palmer Media on Instagram.